336 B.C. Aegae, Kingdom of Macedon. Alexander III stood before the throne, unable to look away. His father, Philip II, had been assassinated. The killer was believed to be his own bodyguard, Pausanias, though the full truth remains debated to this day. 20 years old, the fate of an entire kingdom now rested on his shoulders. The court whispered among themselves, "He's too young. He won't last." In that moment, what was going through his mind? He moved immediately. Rival princes, political enemies, anyone who threatened his throne, eliminated one by one. His grip on power was absolute. This was not fear. This was decision. His father had left him a formidable army, but also a kingdom on the edge of collapse. The northern tribes stirred. The Greek city-states rose in revolt. Alexander did not hesitate. Within 2 years of taking the throne, he had crushed nearly every rebel force in the north and across Greece. Thebes was razed to the ground, and the shock of it drove most Greek cities to their knees. The door to the world had opened. 334 B.C. The Granicus River, Asia Minor. On the far bank, the Persian army lay in wait. Ancient records tell us that the veteran General Parmenion urged caution, that this was not the day to cross. Alexander stared at the river. 2 choices clashed inside his mind. Wait and stay safe. But wait and let fear spread through the ranks. He gave his answer. We cross. In that moment, history moved. Ancient accounts tell us he rode near the front of the charge himself, leading his cavalry into the teeth of the crossing. His men saw his back, and they followed. The Persian line shattered. The road to Asia lay open. The plain of Issus. The Persian king Darius III took the field himself, at the head of his army. Ancient sources speak of overwhelming numbers, but modern research estimates the Persian force at perhaps 100,000 at most. Against that, Alexander's army was a fraction of the size. But Alexander knew something Darius did not. War is not decided by numbers. He led his cavalry in a direct charge toward Darius's command. King faced king on the battlefield. As the situation deteriorated, Darius III withdrew, and that retreat sealed the fate of the Persian army. The balance of the Persian Empire had begun to crack. 331 B.C. Gaugamela. Darius made his final gamble. Scythed chariots. A handful of war elephants. Ancient sources inflate the numbers, but there is no doubt a massive force stood against him that day. Alexander read the terrain. He identified the gap in the enemy line and drove his elite cavalry through it like a spear. Darius fled once more. In the aftermath, Persepolis fell, and with the eventual death of Darius III, the Achaemenid Persian Empire, 2 centuries in the making, came to its end. The man who became king at 20 had, by 25, shattered the greatest empire the world had ever known. But I must ask you something. Alexander did not stop. Egypt fell to him. He drove his army all the way to the Indus River Valley. Then, at last, his men spoke. We want to go home. For the first time, the king stood still. And then, 323 B.C. In Babylon, the 32-year-old king fell to illness. The true cause of his death remains unknown. Infection, or something else entirely, historians still debate it. After his death, the wars of succession tore his empire apart, leaving behind a constellation of Hellenistic kingdoms. But what he left behind could not be destroyed. Koine Greek spread across the eastern Mediterranean and deep into Western Asia, becoming the common tongue of a vast world. Eastern and Western cultures fused, giving rise to what we now call Hellenistic civilization. That legacy shaped the Roman world, the spread of early Christianity, and the transmission of knowledge into the Islamic world. One decision made by a 20-year-old changed the shape of the world 2,000 years later. And so, I leave you with this. Where is the line between ambition and madness? Is it only those who refuse to stop who change history? Or is knowing when to stop the truest wisdom of all? If you had been Alexander at 20, Where would you have laid down your sword? And in your own life, how do you know when it's time to stop? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for witnessing this moment in history with me. The story of the man who challenged the world at 20. I hope it stayed with you. Here at Turning Point History, we bring to life the decisive moments of the heroes, conquerors, and leaders who shaped human history. If you're drawn to the hidden depths of the human soul that no history class will ever teach you, subscribe and turn on notifications. Your support opens the next door in history. See you in the next one.